Hey, this is Justin. It is Monday morning. It is, I don't know, July 9th, 2024. This is a walk and talk, getting some of the ideas that are rattling around inside the head, outside the head, until a place where they could potentially become useful. Decided to just do a stand and talk today just to get some good audio quality inside of this message. Let's talk about the morning routine so far. So, woke up this morning and my wife and my son are going on a trip, so they left at about 5 o'clock this morning. So woke up at 5 o'clock this morning after going to bed at 11 o'clock, and I have to make up for that for a little bit. So trying to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. So I'm gonna have to make up for that 6 hours. We'll probably, as soon as I do this live and go on a little bit of walk, probably go back to sleep for about 30 minutes to get a little bit more rest, to get a little bit more edge in for the day. Said good morning to my mom before I started. That's one of my rituals first thing in the morning. I listened to an Abraham Hicks on waiting and creating and manifesting while waiting. So listen to a 14-minute YouTube video there, and then drop my wife and my son off for the car, and then went to the gym. Hit the gym for a little bit, just like a 15-minute workout, and now recording this live after that. As soon as this is done, what we'll do is I'll put on Otter.ai, and we'll start to go for a walk, and we'll do my health check-in, and we'll do, and then do my check-in with my coach, that'll be on Yak. The health check-in will be on Loom. I'll send that to my regular coach, and then we'll start to work through my workflowy list, see which projects can get accomplished during walking and talking. That's the whole name of the game. When you can do actual execution, while walking and talking and hands free, that's great. Or we'll be scheduling stuff throughout the day to start to get some of the work done that we need to get work done. So, like for example, I've got to do some medical forms for my daughter, so we'll get that scheduled for this evening to start to put in. The other thing I started doing over the last couple of days is with Notion, just capture every link inside of Notion, which is the beginning of a workflow, which has been pretty brilliant and effective for me. So it comes in workflowy is where I just got like basic jotting down of ideas that can get reorganized and put into a very manual workflow. Notion starts to capture things in like in a database form, right, and start to have a little bit more persistence, and then start to add some interaction with AI, so we can start asking questions of some of the work that we're putting out there, right? Starting to do a brainstorm on what we're actually working on and starting putting that after. So the whole idea is we take the transcript of this message and then turn it into a workflow of some of the stuff that we're starting to work on. I also started building a community on walking and talking over the weekend on school, which is I'm pretty excited about that. We're excited to teach walking and talking and ways of working that work for people, and all the little tricks. It's born out of a desire and a passion to be able to uh, get more done during gap time than it does time sitting in front of a computer and a keyboard. And I distinguish work between like relationship building, so that's like connecting on a one-on-one basis, and actually doing work, which is typically hands-on keyboard stuff. So like how much of the work can actually get done asynchronously, or how much of the work can get done solo with get solo with a person at the same time. So that's what we're starting to mess around with, and how much can actually get done during a walk and talk. So created a community, one, just to teach the basics of how we're doing some walking and talking, and the tech that goes into it, and like the little nuanced things of how you can record and start to capture. But the whole idea is to capture as much in the spoken form, to go from ideas to something spoken, to some real impact out in the world as quickly as possible, to be able to just to be more effective, to have more fun, to be more connected with the people in our lives, to be more effective in every other areas, to take the stuff that we're actually learning and putting it into practice right away. So tons of different benefits that go along with the walking and talking, and and connecting that way. And so that's I'm very excited to be able to teach that to people. I'm very excited to learn how other people are kind of optimizing the work that we're doing. And I'll go to the office today. We'll connect with people. We'll also have, computer time, focus computer time. But there's something really valuable because we're always have the ability to walk, and walking is something that gets us healthier as we start to work through. And we've got the tools and we got the devices right now to do more in a walking. So unless we're doing some kind of hands-on coding, a lot of the stuff that we're doing is, unless we're like building something directly and building products directly, most of the stuff that we're doing is just different ways to be able to communicate information and to be able to get attention from systems and get attention from people, to be able to move the stuff forward that we actually want to do. So, or excuse me, move the stuff forward that we actually want to do and get complete. So, looking at some of the new ways of doing experimentation and working through that. So, I'm 6 minutes in on this one. Thanks everybody for listening, and have an amazing Monday. All right. So we